Welcome to Try to Thrive, the podcast where passion meets endurance and every finish line is just the beginning. We're here to inspire, challenge, and share our journey through swim, bike, run, and beyond.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Try to Thrive. Today we want to talk about business trips and triathlon plans, how to stay on track while off track. And this actually is a topic that comes from the bottom of my heart because I am actually struggling with this from time to time. And that's why I chose this topic. Today I'm joined by my dear friend Dennis. Hello, Dennis.
Hello.
Hi. So, Dennis, I know that from our business perspective, you need to travel sometimes. I need to travel sometimes, and sometimes it is very hard to schedule it and to plan it in advance. So it's kind of frequent and unplanned. Do you struggle with that?
Sometimes I travel a lot and I have to plan my training around traveling. Sometimes I'm not at home for 3 weeks and usually I take my bike with me. And I also run. I get back to the hotel very late. You don't really want to train. So today it's about that, right? Chris?
Exactly.
How to do it.
And maybe how we can improve it, how we can better prepare it.
And you are the master of traveling.
Am I?
I think so, because you even travel for 1 day, 3,000 kilometers, and then you get back. I don't do that for 1 day. If I leave, I'm away for a while.
Oh, that is a good point. So there are two scenarios, Dennis. Traveling with your own car and staying away for a couple of days, let's say a week. Second scenario is you need to travel with a plane, maybe also for a couple of days. So I would like to ask you how you tackle both scenarios. How do you prepare in order to stay in sync with your training plan? First scenario, with the car.
With the car, for me, it's more familiar because much more likely my travels are by car. Yeah, here it's basically, I have all the stuff with me. I'm trying to plan my business meetings in a way that I can put in time on the bike, that I have a hotel close to a swimming pool, which is sometimes very complicated. I remember one time when there was a swimming pool that was not open for the public, so couldn't swim there, but especially had a hotel in this small town because I thought I can swim there, so couldn't swim that day. So these are the struggles. It's not always, it doesn't always go as you planned, but then you just have to have a plan B and do something else. Adjust.
Okay, so traveling with a car is way more convenient because you actually can pack everything that you need. Meaning your bike, maybe your tri-suit if you want to go into open water, which is more accessible, especially in the summer. Then the pool is closed for public or whatever. Okay, sounds good. I have the same when I'm driving with a car. Usually when I drive outside of the country, I drive to Germany. And then I also try to pack everything that I need. Although, most of the time, to be very honest, I'm not using everything because I simply don't have time. I cannot manage it. Or maybe I put the wrong priorities on it. Because usually when I travel, I'm super packed. It gets very frustrating and I don't have time for my training.
Because very often you have a lot of meetings in 1 day. You try to put everything in a short period of time.
Yeah.
And I'm a little bit different when it comes to my travels. I know that if I have a lot of things in 1 day or 2 days or 3 days, much likely I won't be able to do what I plan to do. And especially when you prepare for an event like an Ironman, it puts you behind.
Yeah, absolutely. And this year I really was struggling and did some wrong travel plans.
My advice, if you travel by car, because so far we were talking about traveling by car,
Mm-hmm.
when you plan your business meetings and where you go, try to think upfront how much time it really takes you. Worst case, when you do one thing, and then try to put in some time for for the sports. But even then, worst case, I remember when I got to the hotel at 9 p.m. and in the morning I don't remember what I had, but in the evening I had running, and I didn't want to run after being in the car for many hours, but I did it. But it was so super hard, and even after that I didn't feel quite well because it was a very hard day, but I did my short running.
Okay. That brings me to another point. At least what I'm doing when I'm traveling is running, because that's the easiest thing for me. I pack a few things that I need. I know we have a fly here.
Yeah. A guest.
A guest speaker. I pack my shoes, I pack a couple of clothes, and that's it. And then I can go.
Yeah, that's it takes the least amount of time.
Correct.
And running, you can have a very hard workout in 30 minutes.
You can. We did that a couple of days ago. Even
Yeah.
7.5 minutes.
Yeah, sprints,
Hill sprints.
hill sprints.
Okay, let's come to scenario number 2. You will not be able to pack everything because you have only your hand luggage. Quick business trip, couple of days, but still, you have your plan. How do you tackle it, Dennis?
Very often I have all the stuff with me for swimming. So you only need goggles and your swimwear. So you can go swimming if you planned it in a way that there will be a swimming pool close by. And the second thing, running, you can always do. It's good to have a hotel that has a small gym, so you can tackle the gym. And usually they also have how do you call it again for running? I forgot the
Treadmill.
yeah. So I will say this again.
Treadmill.
And in not you, we will cut it out. And in hotels they usually also have a treadmill, so you can also run there. They also have a stationary bike very often. Very often they have spinning bikes in gyms, and a spinning bike is very close to a road bike. And you also have these aero bars. If you know more or less your position, it will be very close to what you do on the bike. So that's something very good. I did that when I was on holidays in New Zealand after someone stole my bike. I had to find a gym and use the spinning bike.
So I agree with what you're saying. When you travel and you do not know exactly what is the surrounding, can you run in a good way? Can you go to a swimming pool? I try to find a hotel with a good gym, but sometimes it's expensive. Sometimes it's hard then to find a good gym which resonates with the picture that you see. So sometimes, they put some very nice pictures of a gym fully equipped. You come in there and then you discover something else.
But if they have a treadmill, if they have a stationary bike,
You're good to
I'm
go?
happy. I'm
Okay.
happy.
Okay.
I'm personally happy. Even when I travel by car, I always try to find a hotel that has a gym.
Now, you did half of your plan only while you're traveling. How did you tackle getting back on track when you come back home?
I think it's very dangerous if you think, okay, now I did less, so I have to do more. So that's probably not a good idea. It's good to just continue what you plan to do, because if you try to do twice as much the week afterwards, I understand why people would tend to say, okay, now I need to do more, but our body is usually not capable of doing twice the work in this amount of time. And No, just continue with your plan, or maybe prolong the plan, prolong the weeks when you have in your plan to have like 2 intense weeks, and for 1 week you were not able to do it. If your plan is not too close to your event, then just slight adjustment with your plan should work, but don't try to have more.
So don't overdo and stick to your training plan and just continue.
I believe so.
Yeah. Your mind plays some tricks with you because you really think that you haven't done a lot, so you need to do as much as you lost. But that's a wrong approach.
Much likely if you still worked out 50% or 40% what you planned, you didn't lose anything.
Good. Now we have the training and the traveling. There's another fact that is very important for me, which is nutrition. And I know, Dennis, you are the... yeah. And I know, Dennis, you are very good with nutrition. So how do you tackle the nutritions when you are not even know what to eat next, what to plan, where to go, if you have customer meetings, if you go to a restaurant to take them out? How do you plan it and how do you tackle to stay healthy and have good nutrition?
It starts every morning when you are in a hotel, I believe.
Yeah, exactly.
That it's very dangerous if you are in a hotel with a buffet. Because people...
Why is that?
I think it's very dangerous because you are not where you are usually at home when you have all the nutrition you eat regularly. I tend to be with my nutrition low carb and mostly eat high fat, and I can stick to it when I'm at home. But when I am in a hotel, very often it's not possible to eat this way because you have a lot of bread, you don't really have meat very often or dairy products that much. And I realize that I tend, when I'm in a hotel, I tend to eat much more than I need. So it's very dangerous. Very often when I'm on the road, I even count my calories to just be aware that I'm not eating too much, especially when I can't eat what I usually eat. So that's something I do. I see that for a lot of people it would be a pain in the ass. It's not super fun to count your calories, but for me it works, and I'm aware how much I eat. I can eat a lot, and I
know that.
I believe that most of the people can eat a lot, and if you are just aware of how much you ate and what you ate, it helps.
Yeah, true. So for me, always there is a problem when I eat a lot in the morning, nice buffet, and then I have my day planned so full and packed of meetings that I sometimes don't even have time to go and eat lunch. So I don't eat for a long time. And then for dinner, you just go over it. And you eat actually shitty food.
What do you eat then?
I don't know, burgers, schnitzel.
Schnitzel.
It depends. It depends if you go out on a customer dinner.
They don't have steak?
Maybe they have steak. It depends.
Steak sounds good to me.
Yeah, or pizza is not so good.
Pizza is not so good.
Exactly.
No.
So that's also a struggle, isn't it?
It is. I try to choose the restaurants so that I usually have meat.
Okay.
I know there will be people that don't eat meat for reasons I understand why someone wouldn't like to eat meat. Then it gets, I think, a little bit harder to choose a good restaurant. But there are a lot of vegetarian options also. But yeah, you tend to have the quick food, which I don't. I don't want to. I just don't want to. I just remember the last time when I was in Germany with a client and I tried everything so that we go to a restaurant where I can eat proper meat with a lot of good protein.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just eat steak with a salad. I don't even have potatoes.
Of rice.
Yeah.
So a couple of weeks back, I was in San Diego for a tech conference and my nutrition was just horrible.
Tell us more.
It's sometimes not so easy to find, first of all, good restaurants that are not super expensive in US. And there is a lot of shitty options everywhere.
That's quite of an example when you talk about traveling to the US. We all know it. Even if I wasn't there, I know that the food in the States is not the best quality food. So what are you gonna do next time differently, Chris?
So today I saw a very interesting LinkedIn post, and this person just recommended to send yourself some, or order yourself some prepared food to your hotel room so that you can just use it during the day, and then you exactly know what you get, you exactly know what to eat, and you're still healthy. And I think this is a very, very good option.
But how can you do that in the States, for example?
There are food boxes.
There are food boxes. What does that mean?
This is like a prepared food box, a prepared meal that you just order to your hotel room, and you just warm it up. Or maybe you don't need even to warm it up because it's just a salad with some vegetables. I think it's a good option. Maybe I try it. Because I know that there is a very important event we're going to do together in September. And 1 week before, I'm in Las Vegas.
Oh.
Yes.
Then you can
try this out
and let us know if it works. This option, is it also working in Europe? I know there are companies that prepare food and send it to you, and you have it, you have prepped meal for a whole week. It's something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're going to try that out. Is there anything else that you could recommend someone who is frequently traveling and wants to stay on track with triathlon?
It starts when you're at home. I believe that you need to be aware what you eat, more or less. I was calorie tracking for very, very long, and that made me aware of what I eat and how many carbs I had during the day. And it's in the past was a lot, too much, and not enough protein. And after I changed that, basically everything changed for me. And then when I was aware of it at home and I went on to travel and had these experiences in different hotels when I saw, okay, now I cannot eat what I'm used to eat for breakfast. It's hard to find a restaurant. So it's kind of, the planning. You need to put more time into planning. Otherwise, you will just eat what's there because we are hungry, right?
Right. And sometimes maybe it's also good to say no, because you know what also comes into the picture when you go on a business travel? You stay out very late. You join some dinners with the customer maybe, or you want to go to a bar later on. And there's also the amount of alcohol that you may take. And this actually is also really not good.
Yeah, it's hard. I know that especially in sales, people tend to drink a lot of alcohol, and it's not always the environment for healthy habits. You have to be strong, Chris.
I know there are a lot of options without alcohol, but also, I mean, look, it's not only the alcohol if you go out on a customer dinner or whatever, it's also being late.
Yeah.
So let's point something like you want to do your training next day in the morning that I have been planning very, very often. Next morning, I be strong. I go into the gym because I chose the hotel that has a gym. And what? I skipped it because I stayed out very late and it was impossible.
It was possible, but before something changed that made it hard, very hard. Yeah. I understand, and I had similar cases, very similar, where it was very hard. Even before my Ironman in Hamburg, I was on a business trip, and I was also out very late, which was a mistake, yes. But there were also other occasions where I just communicated it up front, what I'm going to do on the next day, let people know so they also understand already. So they will not be very surprised when I leave early. So these occasions were also there. But sometimes you just have to be at this dinner, and it starts very late. And then you have to also put in effort in having this relationship with your client.
Exactly.
So you cannot be there just for food and leave.
True.
And you have to stay there and talk. You don't need to drink alcohol. If there's alcohol-free beer, it's good. If not, then just drink water. But I know I have a friend. Actually, he's a person that deals with loans, credits, and insurances. So he's selling all these three things, and he was also very active as a person that did a lot of sports. But he's very successful with his job, and he has contracts like with big companies, and he's living now abroad, but all his clients are in Germany. And he told me also that you have to drink alcohol when you have to drink the beer when you are with your client, because otherwise you are weird. I understand why he's doing it to keep the atmosphere positive.
Still, there's
people
a social pressure.
Social pressure
of drinking alcohol. That's a problem.
It's a problem.
That might be a different episode.
It's a different episode. And I believe here it's about communication. You just talk about what's important for you. People will expect it. Not expect. They will accept it. They will accept it. Perhaps they will talk about you afterwards when you leave. But then you're still the topic, and they will acknowledge it, that you are special, that you did something that not everyone does.
Exactly. And we are doing something that not a lot of people are doing. Triathlon.
I hope more people will do it in the future.
I hope we will inspire more
I
people.
hope that this episode will help someone to continue even working out when they have their business trips. It's hard, but it can be done.
It can be done. And I try to improve myself. Did I forget anything to mention here? Is there something else that is important for you?
Let me think. Is there anything else important? You can travel by bike. You can travel not by bike. You can travel by car with your bike. You can fly. It's about how to organize yourself. It's about the food, about communication with your clients. I think that's a lot. And especially for those that just start now, it's a good hint. But for sure our listeners will have other ideas and perhaps experiences and stories. Let us know in the comment section.
Exactly.
And don't forget to subscribe on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Instagram, follow us, Facebook.
Yes. And another something that is really resonating with myself, because I always forgot something, start to create some lists. If you travel with a car, then this is a special list that includes all the things that you need, because we need a lot of things, especially when it comes to nutrition. So if you need to take your vitamins, your magnesium or whatever, all your supplements that you want to keep with you as well. So don't forget about those. And now I start to create myself some lists for these two scenarios that we have been discussed. And I think there's two more things that I would like to mention. Try to plan everything in advance and stick to the plan, and maybe sometimes say no.
That's strong, Chris.
That's strong.
Saying no is strong.
Saying no is strong.
It's necessary.
Stay strong.
Already Eliud Kipchoge said, take vitamin N.
No.
Vitamin no. Say no. Just say no and do what you want.
Perfect. With that being said, Dennis, was a pleasure.
It was a
today.
pleasure also to have you here to talk about your travel plans
Yes.
for Las Vegas.
You didn't know even before that is upcoming.
No, I forgot about that.
Okay.
But you travel so much that I can't keep track of that. I'm sure your wife can't either.
I think so too. All right. Thank you for tuning in for today's episode. Travel safe and see you next time in the next episode. Bye bye.
Bye bye.